Anyways, moving on to a team that is a little bit better. How about the Indianapolis Colts? For one, this has been a rough off season. So
very, very roller coaster-esque.
yeah, because immediately a few weeks in the camp, and already their starting quarterback that they just acquired is hurt. Their best offensive lineman, probably the best guard in the NFL, also hurt with a very similar foot injury.
However, it does seem like they can potentially be back for the season opener, but they're not going to do that. They're going to push it off a few weeks to just not rush either of them into anything. I'm waiting to hear if there's a setback or anything with one of them, because that would kind of push this whole, like, it would derail this whole season for them.
Yes.
But if they can get them back pretty quickly, there's no excuse for them to not get a wild card appearance.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously the Carson Wentz experiment will be interesting. Not to a good start with the injury, but he has the talent and all the tools to succeed. It's just a hope of hopefully the Eagles didn't break him, because I mean he looked good. He really looked good himself all but 1 year. One of the other years that he played well was completely buried because the rest of the team was hurt. Now he's got a good run. He's got two good running backs, a good offensive line, pretty decent receiving core in front of him, and a pretty good defense around him. Like this,
very good defense. They were
this team
number one for most of the season.
Yeah,
and they just paid Darius Leonard, who's coming back off injury. So the team looks to be good when healthy, but they just got dealt a really shit hand.
Yeah, that was tough, but they got out of the way in preseason. Hopefully, come the regular season they can stay healthy, because this does look like a pretty good team. They haven't done many like big moves, like none of the headline grabbers like the Titans getting Julio Jones or anything like that. But they have just kind of built from within, and then every once in a while they see a guy, they get a guy, and that was the situation with Carson Wentz, where they thought that he could possibly be a guy for them. And
I mean, worst case scenario, if he's out for a while, then you just talk Phillip Rivers out of retirement. He already said he's willing to come back.
Phillip Rivers has to put down that clipboard in Alabama, wherever he's coaching these days, and get on back up there.
Since we're on the Indianapolis Colts, how about Peyton Manning getting inducted into the Hall of Fame and being limited to 8 minutes?
I know. How in the world? Okay, we're going to keep Peyton Manning 8 minutes. Like, his speech was still amazing, being held only 8 minutes, but still.
I thought it was hilarious that Tom Brady got booed for like a whole minute of that speech.
It's hilarious, but expected, because
they were rivals.
Yeah, most of the people that were there for the Hall of Fame were either Colts or Steelers fans. So Tom Brady's been haunting both of them for most of his career.
Yeah. Where do you think this division is gonna land in terms of the standings?
All right, so I think the division winner will be the Tennessee Titans. I think the Titans take the division. The Colts will come in second. Both those teams are playoff contenders. Jaguars will improve this year. They will be third. Texans, a very far away fourth. They will be the worst team in this division, probably the worst team in the NFL. Texans are trash. Matt, what do you got the order being?
I actually have the same order, but I will put an asterisk next to the Colts. If they don't get Quentin Nelson and Carson Wentz back pretty quickly, I might move them to third and actually have the Jaguars jumping them. I don't think I think if Carson Wentz and Nelson are going to be out for a little bit, I think it's going to be a very uncompetitive division. I think the Titans are just going to roll through it, which will be bad for the Titans, because then they'll not be used to actually playing some competition. They'll be used to just blowing people out. But Texans, dead last, fighting for most likely Spencer Rattler, which I really don't think is that good, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what even fixing a quarterback position can do at this point, because the team just has holes all around the roster, more holes than anyone in the NFL.
Maybe they can trade Deshaun Watson for like the third overall pick also. Get a tackle.
That's what they were hoping to do for a little bit, and
No, they should wait till the day before the draft, trade Deshaun Watson for the 3rd overall pick, and then get like a really good left tackle to go with Spencer Rattler, and then just be mediocre the rest of his career.
yeah, well, that will depend on how the allegations shake out. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that is the show. You got anything else, Justin?
No, I don't want to dive back into those again before we bury Watson or the Texans even more than we already have. For the sake of any possible Texans fans watching, we probably should just end the show now.
Yep. See you guys.
Have a good one, everybody.